That is my jam. That is Z-Bomb. That is zbomb.com. If you guys don't know good music, that is good music right there. Anybody who says different doesn't have good taste. Hi, everybody. How is everyone doing today? I was doing good until I decided to pick up my laptop, and now my finger is broken. This finger right here is broken. And you guys can't tell that it's broken because it's broken from the inside. So it's hurting and I am angry, but nonetheless, I do love pain. I love a little bit of pain, now don't I? Did you guys hear that they said that people with ginger or red hair don't feel pain as much as normal people? But gingers or redheads, they said that a study has been done that they don't feel pain the same way as everyone else does, that they feel it less than everybody else. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. But I'm not one of them, so it's fine. I feel pain like everybody else, I believe. It's a different thing to like the pain rather than. But I have had cavities filled with no anesthesia. How many people, when I had that done, even my nurse, the dental assistant, they were like, "We're not going to anesthesia her." And my dentist said, "No, she's okay." He said, "All I have to do is count." Because all he does is he'll drill and he'll tell me, "We're going to drill for 5 seconds. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm okay. As long as you're counting with me and I know that there's an end coming, I'm okay." So I have had cavities filled with no anesthesia. I have had a tooth pulled with no anesthesia, but that was in Colombia. And in Colombia, they didn't have any anesthesia at that dentist. So whatever. That wasn't by my choice. That time was not my choice. Okay. I wanted anesthesia that day, but there was none. So I just had to deal with it. But yeah, I've had things done without anesthesia. So I'm telling you, I can handle pain. Yeah. They just hide pain better because they crazy. Excuse you. That's funny. Mr. Renegade. Hi, Mr. Renegade. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Everybody call me Zaddy. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Larry says, I've had cavities done without the shot too. Really? Now, the thing is, people don't realize your teeth, the majority of your tooth, you don't really feel it anyway. It's only until it hits down to the nerve that's when you start feeling pain. So you can get cavities filled technically without much pain relief if it's not too deep. If the cavity is not too deep. But people don't realize that and they still get the shot, and then they just have to deal with half their face being numb for the whole day for no reason. You could have had it done without the shot, but people, they're too scared to even try to have those things done without anesthesia. Amira, did you hear about Denzel? Don't give me any more gay news about Denzel. You guys have ruined my view on him. Hold on. What happened? What happened now? Did he kiss another man? Hold on. Hey Siri, what happened to Denzel Washington? Nothing happened. I mean, I don't see anything. Did I miss something? What? That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I refuse to believe that. No, no. He has attended parties, but it was always rumored that he would either leave before things would get crazy or he would not participate. So I don't believe that, because no other actor has said anything about Denzel Washington. No one has said that he's done anything. So I don't want to hear any slander. I'm about to get a tooth pulled without anesthesia. Aww. Carrie, I give you some advice. Tell the person who is going to pull your tooth that if it's a healthy tooth, you can twist it left, right, and then up. And then it just comes out like that. But they got to do it fast. That's it. If they do it like that, it'll come out like nothing, like butter. But if it's an unhealthy tooth and it's prone to breaking, it might break in that process. And then you have a whole another situation that you got to get pieces out and all of that. But if it's a healthy tooth, you can just go left, right, up, and it comes right out. So Shadow says he didn't do a gay kiss. He said that he did, Shadow. And trust me, I'm just as heartbroken as you. When I heard that, I was like, what? Not my Denzel. The Libra says, how? How what? How what? How to pull the tooth out? Okay, so what you do is you get the pliers, kind of like pliers, not really pliers. Dentists have this tool to grab a tooth, and that's what you use to grab it. Yeah. Oh my god, my eye itchy. My contacts are itching me, guys. I'm sorry. He was only acting. But my point is, if he was only acting, why did he want that part put into the movie? Why was he saying that he wanted the kiss put into the movies and that the directors weren't ready? I don't understand that. That's it was just a peck on the hand. Okay. Not lips. Are you sure? Are you sure? If that's the case, then my faith has been restored in Mr. Washington. I do not want to lose faith in this man, guys. He is one of the only actors in Hollywood that I have a little bit of faith in. If Denzel, if I hope that I don't lose my faith in Denzel Washington. That's all I'm saying. Rachel freak off video. Now, I wouldn't be. Okay, Zealage. I believe you. I believe you guys. I'm gonna believe you because I want to believe you. I want to believe that there is Yakub. Go to the naughty corner right now. I would not have slander of Denzel right here. Go to the naughty. You know what? You going. I'm putting you in myself now. Sent by me personally. How about that? The Libra says, "Would you be interested in being on a song of mine?" I don't know what you mean, but email me at lionessexiled@gmail.com, lionessexiled@gmail.com for any inquiries about music or anything. So just you can email me about that. Denzel not gay. Okay. Hi, Neil. He says, I haven't had dental work without anesthesia, but I've had stitches without. Now that's kind of hardcore. Getting stitches without anesthesia. That's hardcore. Now, we think that dentistry is hardcore, but dentistry, you can't feel half your teeth anyway. But yeah, that's finally she heard us. I always hear you. Always hear you. Skin lightning video. Larry, it will be the opposite. You have to remember, she wants to be black. Okay? She doesn't want to be white. She wants to be black. Listen, Rachel, if she were to make a video, it would be on how to make yourself look more black. And she knows that because listen, she goes tanning. She goes tanning. And I told her, I was like, why are you tanning? And then she curls her hair. She curls her hair and makes it curly. Well, as I sit here as a girl who made my hair curly, but whatever. I'm not trying to be anything I'm not. Okay, there's a difference here. Rachel, she tans, she makes her hair curly, and okay, and she says that she is the African queen. Okay, there's a huge difference. Carrie, you weren't fast enough. You saw what Yakub was saying. You weren't fast enough. Yes, yes, restored. Thank you. Hi, Z Pass. How are you? Spray tan. Seriously? Mr. Renegade, he says, I know my people. Rachel is definitely black. Don't say that. Mr. Renegade, don't do that. Don't do that. Do not validate her. Okay? You validate her, next thing you know, she's going to be coming to me talking about it every single time she sees me. You know, Mr. Renegade saw my blackness. Even when you couldn't, Amira. 3G says, buy her some Soul Glow for Xmas. What is that? Wait. Soul Glow. SOULGLOW. Huh? What is this? Is this a hair thingy? Well, there's a band. There's actually a band, a music band called Soul Glow. What is that? Oh, I was like, what is that line here? It's my, yeah. My robe is almost blending in with my skin color. Oh, Soul Glow. So it is, it looks like it's a hair curly thingy to make your hair curly. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, that's what she needs. That's definitely what she needs. Exactly. Do not encourage her. Okay, so I have something to talk to you guys about today, okay? If she's going to be black, she needs to change her name to Raquisha. That's the deal. Listen, every time I'm mad at her, I call her Raquel. Instead of calling her Rachel, I call her Raquel. I say, okay, Raquel. she's like, you know, Amira, Trump doesn't like black people. He doesn't like my people. And I'm like, girl, who are your people? Every time she says that, he doesn't like my people. Who are your people? And then we'll be in the car together, and then she'll say, what do you mean, you people, Amira? What do you mean, you people? You're not one. You're not one of them. I look at her like, what do you mean, your people, you people? She gets offended for the whole black community. And I'm like, girl, the black community does not accept you. They don't recognize you as one. Okay? When we go out, black women do not look at her and say, hey, sis. I've seen black women say that to one another when they recognize each other, mostly on the East Coast, not so much on the West Coast. But on the East Coast, I've seen black men recognize each other and say, hey, bro, or hey, sis. Raquel would never have that happen to her. She will not be recognized as a black person. She's not one of them. I'm like, girl, you would never get a hey, sis, ever. I'm more likely to get a hey, sis than her. Well, I better get a hey, sis. I know Z-Pass, but I used to be East Coast. I used to live in New York, and Miami. So I lived East Coast. And in the East Coast, that's how black people greet each other. When they see another person who's black, they talk to each other. They go out of their way to speak to each other. I don't know why it's like that on the East Coast, but on the West Coast, it's not like that. West Coast, I've never really seen any camaraderie between black people in the West. I don't know, maybe I'm just not having my eyes open. But on the East Coast, when I was in New York, from New York to Maryland to Virginia to Florida, all black people greet each other when they see each other. That's just the way it is. So I don't know. It's just, I guess maybe it's different culture, I guess. West Coast culture, East Coast culture. Aaron said, I kissed him on his hands. I gave him a peck and I killed him. I kissed the guy full on the lips, and I guess they weren't ready for that yet. And then I killed him about 5 minutes later. Aaron, you're about to get sent to the naughty corner because we were just restoring our faith in Denzel, and then is this a direct quote? Oh my God, you guys are not making me happy right now. Raquel, yeah, exactly, Raquel. Yeah. What is that? Why are these things popping up on my thing? Okay. Larry says, East Coast mentality and lingo is different from West Coast. I've noticed that. There's a huge, I know, listen, I love America for that reason too. America has almost three different cultures in her borders. You have West Coast culture, Midwest culture, East Coast culture. There's not really much of a northern southern, but I have noticed that the southerners have their own thing and northerners do. But I would say it's more distinct east versus west. I have noticed that, West Coast people seem to be a little bit more preppy, a little bit more fake. Sorry to say that. They seem more fake. They'll smile in your face and they really actually hate you. They despise you. East Coast Americans are too blunt, too real. They'll curse you out on the subway in the morning and then invite you to have a tea or hang out later because they were just being real with you. It's not that they hate you. They're just being real. West Coast people are not like that. West Coast people will still keep up the aesthetic, the you know what I mean? But secretly they'll just stab you in the back or slip something in your drink when you're not looking. That's what I've noticed. And then another thing, East Coast people I've noticed in America talk fast. They talk really fast. And when you don't understand them, they have an attitude with you for not understanding them. What, are you stupid? You stupid or something? That's that's what they'll say to you. Are you stupid or something? You're slow? But West Coast people tend to talk slower and then they are just faker. I don't know. I'm sorry. I like West Coast people though. I'm not gonna lie. I do like them, but at the same time, you just gotta know what you're dealing with. Erin is a very naughty girl. 9. You said you could argue that the Rust Belt is its own thing. Yeah, but that's what I would think is like Midwest culture. You know what I'm talking about? Like Midwest, that whole section. I believe that is more like Bible Belt. You have the Bible Belt. Oh my God. They have a whole different way of talking as well in the Bible Belt too. Everything is about God. Everything is, God bless you, bless your heart, give it to God, Jesus, take the wheel. There's a lot of talk about God and Jesus in certain areas of the United States, but that's just in the language. It's just in the language. But yeah. Shadow, don't be a know-it-all. Chill. I'm giving my opinion on my view of America. Don't be a know-it-all. Oblighty said, is Rachel East or West? Oh my God. Rachel is horribly West Coast. She has never even been to the East, I think. She's never been to the East Coast, I don't think. Even if she has been to the East Coast, she's only been to the tourist areas. If she has. She is horribly West Coast. Like, all up and down West Coast. Hi there, Zio. Zio Nix. Hey there. Nice to see you. Samael says, fact is, most of the country hates the coastals. I can see that. I can understand why. Because think about it. from East Coast, from like Boston and Maine and New Hampshire, all the way down to Miami and the Keys, Key West, and all that. They tend to be more snooty. Western or coastal people tend to be a little bit more snooty, don't they? And here I am as a Westerner, as not a Westerner, as a coastal person talking, but still. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Aaron says, I hear traveling the United States is like going through many different countries, from geography, weather to culture. Certainly. And this is why America is the best country on earth. The reason is in America, you can go from Alaska and be in glacial land and the tundra and snow and mountains and all that. And then you can go down to California and be in paradise with palm trees and everywhere, which is like Middle East. California is like the Middle East. It feels like Middle East. Out down to Arizona. Arizona, California, all Middle Eastern weather. Then you can go over to Arizona and be in the hot desert and dying and feeling like you're in the Sahara. You feel like you're in the Sahara. And then after that, you go to the swamp. You know, you got alligators and it's swampy and it's humid and it's hot and it's tiring. And then you got the tropics. You got the tropical areas where there's just bugs everywhere and snakes and lizards, and that's Florida. All the way up to, you can go up to Maine and Vermont. I missed Colorado. I mean, Colorado is a whole thing in itself. I mean, and in Montana, Montana, so beautiful. The plains, the hills, the road. Oh my gosh. I love it all. I love it all. Oklahoma. Then you have the Midwest or the middle part of the United States where it's all just this long ocean. It looks like an ocean of, I want to say wheatgrass. It looks like wheat, but it's not. It's kind of like, I don't know what the name of that grass is, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? That kind of yellowish color grass. Oh, gorgeous. America has every single, it has every single type of weather characteristic in its borders. Now, considering that we have Hawaii and Puerto Rico too, come on. You don't need to travel around the world to see all these things. You have everything in America. She says she is incredibly Western. You can hear it in her accent. Definitely. I mean, when Rachel speaks, she speaks like California girl. I mean, you know, she was raised in the Pacific Northwest, but she has adapted so well to California because she picks up that California accent so quickly. And we're not even in the valley. We're not even in the valley, but she has that valley girl accent. Says we hate city dwellers. Yeah. But you know what else? America is a combination of countries. I would say every state in America is its own country in a way. Just like in Europe, all of our states would be countries. Does that make sense? Because if you go to Europe, you go 2 hours too far one way and you'll end up in a different country. That's how America is. You go a couple of hours in one direction or another, you're going to end up in a different state. And that's kind of like having different countries. We do kind of have 50 countries in this nation, in the United States. And I love that. I love that because you feel like you're going to a different country every time you travel, but you don't need your passport. Is Rachel coming back? Yes, she is. She has spoken that she does want to come back. I just haven't had time to call her over. But yes, she has said that she wants to come back. She actually likes you guys in a way. Isn't this the wildest love story ever? Are you guys going to marry Rachel? Will you guys marry her? Because if you do, I will be the one wedding you. I will do the ceremony for you all. If you guys are going to marry her, I will set that up for you. I'll have it arranged. Will you guys take Rachel to be your lawfully wedded wife? Americanistan. Americanistan. Shadu says that was the point. America was meant to be a union of nations, not just one centralized authority with regional governing zones. Huh. A union of nations. Well, that's why they call it the United States, not the United State of America. That you know what? I think we might be on to something. But the thing is, if we were to separate into different countries without being under that centralized government, then it would not centralized government. If we didn't have, if we were all different countries, only a few of our countries would survive. California would survive. Washington would survive. Texas would darn sure survive. Florida would. New York would. And a couple of others. But think about the ones that are not that strong economies. Think about, oh, I don't know, Nebraska. Think about, sorry to say it, but Wyoming. Think about, the places that don't have that much to trade or, yeah. They would struggle. Okay, so here we go. I am ready to get no. What do you mean no? You're not going to accept her? What are you guys seriously? If you guys, she said, if you arrange it, that means they're going to divorce tomorrow. Listen, you all should be happy to marry her. She likes you guys. She likes you guys. She really do. She really do. She does. Okay. Zealous says, I like my sanity. Well, what's left of it. Samael, I didn't even keep the wife I chose. I ain't gonna marry Rachel. Listen, you guys she just misunderstood. She's misunderstood. And once you guys get to know her, she would be a great addition to our family. I can't believe you guys don't want to marry her. Well, she likes you. She likes you guys. That's all I'm saying. She likes you. And she said she's going to come back. She wants to come back. I just haven't arranged today for her to come. That's all. Sorry, Rachel is not my type. Oh, Rachel is gorgeous, okay? She's pretty. Oh, 3G. See, guys, look at 3G. 3G has turned a leaf, huh? You guys need to do something about yourselves. 3G, at least, he is giving her a chance, huh? 3G says we like her too. Thank you, 3G. Thank you. At least somebody can be honest about their feelings around here. All of the rest of you guys are just hiding it. You guys are just acting like, ew, we don't like her. Stop it. You're getting married, and that's it. That's the end of the conversation. You're getting married. Gosh, why does this sound like me on my 20th birthday? Well, this sounds like my parents on my 20th birthday. You're getting married, and that's the end of it. And here's me sitting there like, well, Suka my nuka. Suka. That's what you do, Suka. See, Suka is putting in work. Suka. See, this is what I call putting in work. You see, guys, you guys need to learn something from Suka. Suka is thinking beyond the box. Shadow, we didn't ask for your opinion. We didn't ask for it. No. Suka, you got a point. We have some work to do. What do you mean she's not blonde? Listen. She is blonde under that hair color that she has on, okay? I'm telling you. And she's capable of making blonde babies because her mom is blonde. She has it in her. She has it in her genes. Not Suka, Shadow. Listen, we have given you a year and you have not came through for us. Okay? At this point, you have no choice. Suka is your uncle and he has a point. Suka, see, you are putting in work. And see, I didn't even think about that. Because this boy is not doing any work. We gave him a year. See, this is why parents do arranged marriages. Because you leave it up to your kid and they lollygag. They're just hanging out and they're not serious. You see? And she's white. Yakub, she's white. And you see, Shadu, you don't have the option. You don't have the option. Because you taking too long and you're not doing it. Right. You guys are trying to make Rachel a cradle robber. No, but Shadow, don't. Okay, see, now is not the time to be picky because I gave you time to be picky, and hi, Jeremy. Jeremy, you came in at the perfect time. We're over here getting Shadow to be a man of his word. Jeremy, join us in making Shadow a man of his word. Do it. Okay. Thomas. Rachel is only wife material if she's fit, feminine, not to be confused with feminist, friendly, and family first. Well, she is fit. She's friendly. Well, and it's okay. We can work on the other ones. We can work on everything else. All I'm saying is, hold on a second, guys. 1 second. I know. Is that a bunny in here again? Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to get the bunnies out of here. Oh my God. Rabbits running around everywhere. Okay. Sorry about that. So, okay, then here we go. 3G says, isn't she married? She is happily married. We're all kind of imagining. Okay. We're all having an imagination right now. But yeah, she is married. She's happily married. And she's probably feminist. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Actually, I take that back. Not anymore. Because she used to be. But now, no. She's yeah. Okay, guys. Are you guys ready? Take that down, Samael, right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Are you guys ready? So, the mayor of Denver, okay, has said that he is going to go to bat against President Trump. His idea is that he will create another equivalent of Tiananmen Square in order to protect the illegal immigrants in this nation, illegal aliens. I'm not even calling them immigrants. They're alien. Illegal aliens. He is going to protect them with all that he's got from being deported through Trump's mass deportation plan. He has decided that he is willing to risk it all, risk his people, their safety, their health, all for the illegal aliens to not be deported in Trump's mass deportation plan. Now, this is something that I'm going to pull up the article. I think Larry has given me the article, so I'm going to pull it up now. I think, yeah. Here we go. Here it is. Here's the article, and I quote, Denver mayor is planning to have a Tiananmen Square tactic to battle Trump's federal government. In response to Trump's deportation promise, Denver Mayor Mike Johnson has vowed to create an equivalent to the Tiananmen Square in China situation to deter the Trump administration from deporting the illegal invaders, the illegal aliens, the cockroaches on our society? Huh? You guys remember when we used to be able to turn on the light and cockroaches would flee? That doesn't happen anymore. Now we turn on the light and the cockroaches pull out selfie sticks. Here at the border, the border guards just gave us free water and apples. Really? So, here we are. We're dealing with a situation with invaders, illegal invaders that have been coddled, have been invited illegally to be here, and who have been spoiled with our tax dollars. Mike Johnson, however, has vowed to shield those illegal invaders in his city. He's vowing to use his city as a sanctuary, as a safe ground, if you will, from deportation by stationing local police and 50,000 residents at the county line. You are going to risk. Okay. He plans to station the local police and 50,000 residents at the county line. During an interview concerning his plan, Mike Johnson said, and I quote, "More than us having federal agents stationed at the county line to keep them out, you would have 50,000 Denverites here." 50,000 Denverites. So he's willing to put in danger 50,000 of the Denverites for illegal aliens that wouldn't spit on a fire to save you. These people, they wouldn't spit on a fire to save you from burning to death. They wouldn't do anything for you. They don't value this land. They don't know what happened here. They know nothing about the history, the culture, the mannerisms, the respect code. They know nothing about culture here. And we are supposed to risk beautiful American lives for people that wouldn't even spit on a fire for you. Johnson went on to talk about Highland moms coming out to support illegal aliens and said, "You don't want to mess with those Highland moms." Perhaps the mayor needs to be reminded that the Chinese citizens were run over by tanks as they slept on the ground in Tiananmen Square. So you're going to use Tiananmen Square as an example of something that you want to happen here in this country, when we know that in China, the citizens were ran over by tanks. He is, in effect, directing police officers and 50,000 Denverites to be deleted by federal agents enforcing the law handed down by the president. What do you guys think about that? Well, Lepo, you know that's not the case. You guys know that's not the case. He's going to put you at the front of the line. You. Not him, you. He's going to tell you to go fight Trump because Trump is a dictator. Trump is a dictator that's going to get everybody killed, while Mike Johnson actually is a dictator who's going to get everybody killed. Oh, Yakub says, deport the moms too. We don't need them either. I can't believe Old Blindy says, you need to have a fixed location for this to work. All talk, but many ways to fix this. Zelich says, yeah, that isn't going to happen. Zelich, it's not even, okay, let's say it doesn't. Let's say it doesn't happen. The fact is that this person is in a position of power and he is coming up with these ideas. He's sitting there in the night thinking about ways to go against the president of the United States for trying to protect his country from illegal invaders. And you're up in the middle of the night trying to draft ways of how you can put your citizens at risk in order to make sure that those illegal invaders feel safe in this country, but not the Denverites who actually pay your salary. That's the point. That's the whole point. And this person should not be in power. This is a very sadistic type of person because he used Tiananmen Square as an example, and everybody knows what happened at Tiananmen Square. That was a very brutal thing that happened. People were made pancakes. Ugh. I mean, I Mayorkas for prison. Yeah, our country is at war with itself at this point because we have our leaders. Remember how I said every state is like a country in America? Well, we have those country leaders going against the main president instead of being together and saying, we need to come together and find a way to protect America and get illegals out of here. No. We have people who are so twisted in the head who believe that their idea is to keep the illegals here. Just the fact that we even have people who believe that that is a good idea, it really bothers me. Well, 3G, yeah, you're right. Send all of the illegals to his city. Ooh, 3G, you know what? You're right. You're right, 3G. You're right. I hope in Texas, Abbott is listening to this. I hope Abbott is sitting there like, you're going to protect the illegal aliens, are you? Well, make sure you protect them all because they're all coming over to you. Yes, 3G. Yes. And you know what? I hope Abbott is listening to this. I hope Cruz is listening to this. I hope all of them are listening because they have the buses to do it. Send them over. Neil says, Trump shouldn't be trying to capture all at once. He should state that he is going after illegals convicted of violent crimes, then ask the mayors why they oppose deporting rapists and murderers. He is doing that, Neil. That's the funny part about this. He said that. He said this many times over. He specifically pointed out that he is going after those who are committing crimes or who have committed crimes in this country first. And even with that clarification, stipulation, whatever you want to call it, even with that stipulation in order, they still are finding ways to go against Trump because his racist policy. He's being racist. Yeah, you're right, Yakub. Send him to his house. Exactly. Oh, Larry, I hope you put this in the list that I'm about to read. But speaking of Putin, there has been some speculation that Biden is looking for a way to declare martial law before the transfer of power on January. Is it the 21st or the 6th? Whenever it is, January the 21st, I believe, is when they transfer powers. But it's been speculated that Biden is looking for a way to declare martial law before that day so that Harris can somehow take over because he's going to step down and then Harris is going to step up or something like that. There's been speculation about there being a plan, but I don't know how true that is. I don't know. But like I told you guys before, I don't believe that there is going to be a peaceful transfer of power. I just don't. I don't. In fact, I think that this has all gone way too smoothly. Something is up. I believe something is up. But you guys know I walk around with a tinfoil hat on my head every day and all day. So don't listen to me. But this is just what I believe in my own head. I'm telling it to you. Take of it what you will. All right, next. I am going to... Here we go. FEMA. A FEMA whistleblower has told Congress, a congressional committee, that the organization views Trump supporters as domestic terrorists. FEMA as an organization views the Trump supporters, the Trump maggots, the maggots, they view them as domestic terrorists. You know what? Me as an Arab, I can't get away from being a terrorist even if I wanted to. I can't. I come to America. I tell America I am not bin Laden's 73rd daughter. I am not his 73rd daughter. I am not his fifth wife. I am not connected to bin Laden. I promise I am not. I am not a terrorist to this country. I'm going to prove to you I am not a terrorist. I love America. I love America so much. I'm going to have the flag posted outside of my home. I am going to support Donald Trump. And I'm going to prove to America I am not a terrorist. And then here's FEMA. Trump supporters are domestic terrorists. God damn it. Here's me. Damn it. Guilty as charged. I won't get away from being a terrorist no matter what I do. This FEMA whistleblower has testified at a House Oversight Committee meeting that there are officials within the organization that view Trump supporters as domestic terrorists. The whistleblower also claimed that a FEMA official visited an elderly disabled veteran's family in Georgia last month, and he warned them to remove pro-Trump signs from their property. Now, FEMA, what is it called? Federal Emergency Management something administration. FEMA is telling a disabled veteran in Georgia, not Oregon, he's telling somebody in Georgia to remove your pro-Trump signs from your property. You're telling that to an elderly man who has fought for his country and who is disabled, that he cannot support Trump by an American agency that is for emergencies. Oh my God. The official warned them that his supervisors would view them as domestic terrorists if they were to see the Trump signs on their property when they arrived. The investigation into this is ongoing, and FEMA did not respond to any request for comment. Of course they won't. We already know that. Are you guys... I want to take a little bit of a break because I want to talk about LGBTQIA plus pedos plus everything sick, because I think this is a story for the books. Are you guys ready? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait, I need to get comfortable because this is gonna okay. All right. Just hold on, guys. This is going to be for the history books. This story that I have for you, sorry guys. Oh, sorry. I'm like all over the place. I have this story for you. You are going to love it. Okay, wait. Let me see your guys' text first. Let me see your guys' messages first. Okay, this is it. Okay, you guys are talking about FEMA. Okay, guys, you don't know what's about to happen. Okay, well, Jeremy, he says, what is the difference between Hamas and the U.S. government? Without talking about religion, our government is terroristic. They accuse us of what they do. Correct. Zelich says the government interference was proof enough. 3G, I will not take any slander. Go to the naughty corner right now. Go to the naughty corner. Okay, here we go. Are you guys ready? All right. No, Fix. Wait. Before you go, Fix, you have got to hear this story. Just wait. Just hear me out. Because I'm not going to let you have a good night's sleep without hearing this story. Okay? Are you ready? Listen, wait, hear me out. A Washington state judge has said that female only spas and areas is the exact same thing as having a whites only spa or area. Female only is the same thing as having a whites only. Okay? Wait. No, the article continues. Here we go. A Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals judge named Margaret McKenna has said that a spa's biological female-only policy is no different than a whites-only policy. The Korean-run Christian Olympus Spa only allows biological women to patron the business due to special scrub service, scrub-a-dub-dub, because they provide a special scrub service. And the service requires the patron to be in their birthday suit. So, because of this special service, which is called a scrub service, but which is commonly known as may love you a long time, happy ending, heaven, up in stairway, heaven. This is what it's actually commonly known as. But anyway, this is a service that requires the person to be naked, fully butt naked. Naked, as they say, naked. So, because of this service, you can only be biologically a woman to receive this. And this is a Korean Christian Olympus spa. Okay? These are people who are not white running this place, and they have rules, and they're Christian as well. They're Christian. And I think this is the reason why the other side is going after them, because they're Christian, number one. How dare they? Now, Olympus Spa appealed the decision of a lower court that ruled the spa must allow transgender women into the freaking spa. Why the fuck would you want ball sacks and why if so let me get this right. You what you're saying is that they told you what the service is. They told you that the scrub service is, you know what I mean? And these are Christian women running this spa, and they said, we offer this service, and you're still going to tell those Christian women who are offering a scrub service that they have to scrub sticks and balls, even though they specifically said that this is for women. You can go, Fix. Fix, you can go. You can go now. Have a good night. Go sleep. Go sleep. Go. Because my thing is, the reason why they're doing this is because they're Christian. Okay, we already know this. We already know that Christians. Now, had this been a Muslim, had this been any other religion, but especially Islamic, because for some reason the left has some kind of a soft spot for Islam, which I don't understand at all, because Islam has nothing to do with loving the left at all. So I don't understand why they have this soft spot for Islam, but they do. They would not do this if this spa was run by Muslims. But because they're Christian, they feel that they can just walk their heinies all over them. And hold on, wait. The article continues. Now, despite Judge Mikinawa's assertion that there is a similarity between Olympus's policies and Jim Crow laws, Jim Crow? Court documents revealed that transgenders, no, let's call them what they really are. Let's call them what they really are. Okay, all right. I won't. I'm Samuel. I can hear you already. Court documents revealed that transgenders, faggotry, are in fact allowed in the spa if they have gone through sex reassignment surgery. Judge Mikinawa even slyly threw in her option that trans rights supersede constitutional religious rights. To hell if they do. To hell if they do. What do you wait? So you telling me that transgender rights, which we all know, this is something of it's a disease, it's a mental disease to be transgender, because you think that you're something that you're not. It's a disease. So you telling me that the diseased person, the person who doesn't know what they are, the person that is confused with what they are, they have more rights than a person in their religion who is only trying to keep some sort of dignity in their community. Because that's all religious groups are trying to do, is keep some dignity, some respect, and a little bit of God in their communities. And you're telling me that the person who doesn't know who they are, doesn't know what they are, is confused of what a cat and a human is, that person has more rights than a person who's trying to keep some dignity in their community? Get out of here. Get the, you know what? All right. It's fine. It's fine. I'll continue with the article. Yes, they have special privilege. That's what it is. Exactly. Okay, here we go. Judge Mikinawa even threw in her opinion that trans rights supersede constitutional religious rights. And I quote, "And you can't have the white people only come into my restaurant and then you say, well, no, we have a religious, spiritual nature to our restaurant. And when you get there, we serve you special food." What does that have to do with anything? Wait, let me read that again. "And you can't have white people only come into my restaurant and then you say, well, no, we have a religious, spiritual nature to our restaurant. And when you get there, we serve you special food." Okay, I think I understand what she's trying to say. She's basically trying to say you can't have a restaurant with a sign outside that says white people only. And then when I come inside the restaurant, you tell me we serve special food that has a religious, special nature to it. So dumb. So dumb. Like when someone is they're trying to give you, what is it called? Not an anatomy. Gosh. What is it called? A synonym, an antonym, a something, an example of something. And they try to make something look like what they're trying to say, but it just doesn't make sense at all. That's exactly what just happened. You kind of had me a little bit when you were like the white people only thing, but then I completely lost you at we serve special food. What do you mean by that? Just say what you mean and mean what you say. The spa asserted that their policy is for the safety of both parties and staff. Okay? And that's the reason why it should be respected. Thank you. Thank you. That's the word, metaphor. Sorry, guys. I was like synonym, antonym, something. Yeah, metaphor. Thank you. She wants a sign. I can give her a sign. I can give her a sign. I'm sure you guys can give her a sign too. You guys want to? We can all make signs for her. You guys want to make signs? We can do arts and crafts here. Thank you, Jeremy. Analogy, not analogy. See, the problem with being a person who speaks different languages is that when we see words that we don't know how to say, we tend to sound them out using the first word that makes sense to us. The first word that I saw in analogy was anal. So I thought analogy, analogy, analogy. All right. So, right. I'm going to just listen. I'm sorry. I just broke it down to you guys because you guys don't understand how I think sometimes. And when I say certain words, you guys think I'm trying to be funny. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's just when I don't understand a word, I break it down. And when I broke it down, that was the first word that came up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And Samayo, I don't need you to break it down. I really didn't need you to break down what analogy is. I think the pride understood fully what I was trying to say. Okay? All right. Yeah. You did. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. You put yourself in the naughty corner, and that's what I want to see. I like to see people taking accountability for their own actions. Okay, here we go. Let's move on. I know I see the last story, Larry, but that story doesn't really seem. Well, hold on one second. I'm looking for something else. Oh my gosh, guys, you guys are gonna love this. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, all right, we'll start with this one. Bill Gates. Bill Gates has not been in the news more recently because he's been hiding away, as we all know. Ever since the COVID scandal, he's been kind of hiding away. But Bill Gates is back in the news because Bill Gates's charity has been caught spending millions of dollars to support the CCP and their collaborators. Bill Gates' charity was caught funneling millions of dollars into the government departments run by the CCP, as well as organizations affiliated with the Chinese military. Among the departments funded by the Gates organization is one named CRRC, which is a Chinese military manufacturing corporation that has paid lobbyists to influence anti-China policies in Washington, D.C. The CRRC claims that the grant it received from the Gates Foundation was for water, sanitation, and hygiene needs. Bill Gates is reportedly fond of China and is old friends with Chinese President Xi Jinping, commonly referred to as Winnie the Pooh. So he's just old friends with Xi Jinping, according to the communist leader. Back in January 2023, Gates stated that And I quote, China's rise is a huge win for the world. Why would you, as an American, knowing how we are doing with China right now, why would you, as an American billionaire, almost trillionaire probably, why would you ever say that China's rise, the rise of China, is a huge win for the world? What does China's rise do for America? What has China done for us? Because when China rises, we fall. So I don't understand, because there cannot be two leaders of the world. There cannot. There will never, ever, ever be an America and Chinese rule or domination of the world together in unity. That will never happen. So why in the heck would you, as Bill Gates, ever say that China's rise is a huge win for the world? Using that philosophy, Gates has also funded Chinese universities and research institutions aimed at producing military research. Are you doing that for American military research too? Because I just wonder, if you're going to be doing all this for foreign military, can you do that for this military? No? I'm just curious, because maybe he is, but then that means you're funding two opposing militaries. So how would that make sense? It was also reported that Bill Gates privately donated $50 million to the failed Harris campaign. Well, that's funny. Which also serves as a bit of poetic justice for Bill Gates' actions. So, listen, that's just funny that he lost that $50 million, because the thing is, you put $50 million into Harris, and Harris has nothing to show for it. In fact, she's going around begging everybody to give her money at this point. It's pretty pathetic. Next, we're moving on to another story that is equally as annoying. Actually, let's go to something better. I have a good one for you. California, my favorite state. But California is too broke to oppose Trump at this point. Many states have vowed to be going against Trump as he basically pulls out the carpet of his plans, basically talking about deportations and his energy plans and all of this. Many states have vowed to oppose him in his leadership. They have vowed to stand against him and to protect their states from Trump, whatever the heck that means. But California is too broke to do this. California's Legislative Analysis Office revealed a horrible fiscal outlook for the Sunshine State, which has likely derailed Gavin Newsom's anti-Trump plans. The governor plans to dump millions of dollars into fighting the president-elect once he takes office. But unfortunately for him, the state's money, well, it's practically dry. The Nonpartisan Analyst Office reported that although the state has greatly reduced its deficit since last year, California's debt will rise back up to $20 billion by 2026. According to the report, the office stated that the state will have to address the incoming deficit by either reducing spending, which you know they won't do, or what is the next way What is the next way, class? Come on, all together. Now, you can either reduce spending or altogether increase taxes. Good job. Good job, students. I see that you've been studying. I see that you all have been studying for this quiz. So that means your lioness will be paying more for California. Now, what is the culprit of this? What caused this deficit? A variety of bad Democrat policies have caused this. We all know that combined with a shocking, well, it's a variety of policy combined with the analyst office, I guess you could say. California sued the Trump administration 120 times. Let me say that again. The state of California has sued the Trump administration 120 times since Trump came down that elevator in 2016. Between 2016 and 2020, these lawsuits came about. So that's 120 lawsuits against President Trump between 2016 and 2020, which has racked up a very sizable bill, as we all know, for taxpayers. This has, and that's part of the reason why people are fleeing California. Back to the article. Going forward, the state is headed for a $30 billion budget deficit by 2027. $30 billion budget deficit that is going to be given to the highest earners in California to pay. They are going to give that bill to the high earners in California to pay, even though the high earners had nothing to do with suing Trump 120 times, has nothing to do with their poor policies, had nothing to do with any of that, but they are going to have to foot the bill for it. In response to the report, State Assembly Republican leader James Gallagher pointed out that Newsom cannot lead the resistance when you can barely pay your bills. It's too bad Newsom is more focused on chasing headlines for his 2028 presidential run rather than actually running his state properly. That's right. That's right. Time for payback. That is absurd. Worst of both worlds. Too hot and high taxes. How can anyone live there anymore? By struggling, crying themselves to sleep every night. If you guys really, if you really want to know, Amira can become a Texan. Texas. Texas is just too hot. I don't know if I can handle that heat. I don't like hot weather. I don't. In Texas, it's just too hot. Well, yeah, exactly. I know. I see you guys actually responded. See, Miles, raise taxes. Tax. Yep. We are in school. 80% taxes are coming, guys. It's bad. They live in tents. Yeah, certainly. Okay, next. My last story for you all before I let you all go. Here we go. We're in for the home run, baby. This is the home stretch. Let's do it. Are you guys ready? absences and tensions have threatened Michigan Democrat progressive plans. So the progressives of Michigan, their plans have been threatened because of absences. And here we go. Having lost the majority to incoming Republicans, Michigan Democrats fear that their progressive agenda may be stalled by divisions and attendance issues. The Democrats are on borrowed time at this point. They've entered lame duck status, and many of the bills the Democrats are trying to pass are very unpopular with the conservative groups and the majority of Americans at this point, who have also told reporters that the Democrats' plan fly in the face of the Michigan voters who just voted them out. So they see that the people, the voters, have voted these things out. But these leaders, or these Democrat swamp creatures, that's what they really are. They've been in politics, they've been in this for so long. They don't know what the people want. They saw that the people don't want something, and they still keep pushing it on them, pushing it on them. And they're the ones who talk about my body, my choice. You are essentially raping the people because they keep telling you, no, I don't want this. No, I voted against this. And you still keep pushing it on them and pushing it on them. You know what that's called? Grape. You're forcing people to do things they don't want to do. Anyway, and they say that they're the ones who are so understanding. Yeah, party of love. The Democrats' plans fly in the face of the Michigan voters who just voted these plans out. In addition, Michigan House Minority Leader Matt Hall warned that gridlock happens when they start popping bills on us. If they do that, we will vote no. But hey, listen, Matt Hall, I'm happy to hear about your optimism, but you think that they give a damn what you want? You can keep voting no all you want. They're still going to keep giving it to you. So you keep voting no. You keep telling them you don't like it, you don't want it, you hate it. It doesn't do you any good. You're not their type, or they're not your type, whatever. You can keep doing that, but they're going to keep doing whatever the hell they want to do. And that's just how it is. This is why I don't like politicians. Mitch again. Mitch, who? Are you talking about what's his name? Mitch McDonald? No, Mitch McGaw. What was his name? Whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
No, they're talking about how you pronounce Michigan.
Now what? Am I pronouncing something else wrong again?
The CH in Michigan is pronounced like an SH, like a sh.
Michigan?
Yes.
Michigan. Michigan. But
Correct.
it's a CH.
Yes, that's true.
Michigan.
But it's a soft CH. So, yeah.
Okay, say it again.
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I did it. I did it right. Okay, Michigan. Now do visa. What? What do you guys see? I'm done. Bye. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, what? Mitch McConnell. That's what I'm talking about. That guy. I thought you guys were talking about him. I was like, please don't say his name. I do not want to see him ever again. Please. yes. Not Mitch McConnell. Or MAGA, leftist, and establishment. Jeremy says English sucks. I mean, listen, there are things that I believe I do very well in English. I believe that I have excellent enunciation on many things. When I'm reading, I feel like a proper English speaking girl. I do. But sometimes when I speak normally to you guys, or we're just talking, or I'm whatever, I don't say things right, or I don't say things, I guess, naturally to you. To you, I'm supposed to sound more American, and I end up sounding like something else. I don't know. I'm trying. Oops, sorry about that. I'm trying. I'm trying. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go now. It's been an hour and a half. I think that's enough. I just wanted to chat with you guys and talk to you about that, all that stuff that was going on, and especially about that guy who in Denver, the Denver mayor, talking about how he's going to do the Tiananmen Square and all of that. What is wrong with these people? They are so hell bent on defending these illegal aliens that they would rather risk the health, the well-being of their own people. And my question is, what do these illegal aliens do for them? What are they getting from it? Do they think that they are martyrs or something? Do they think that they will be seen as heroes by what, the illegal aliens? The those people, they came to this nation with no care about America. They don't care about us. They don't care about our culture, our way of life, our dream, our vision. They could care less about any of that. And all they want is a way to fatten themselves off of America's success. That's it. And I understand that. I completely understand wanting to get ahead. I understand that. But what we're not going to do is put those people above the people who actually know the history, who know the vision, who actually were born here or actually followed the rules to get here. Because there are there are immigrants who are legal, who did the right way, and they're naturalized. They had to learn the story of America. They had to learn the history. They had to learn the Pledge of Allegiance, the songs that we sing, we know, our patriotic songs. They had to learn all those things in order to become a citizen. So they have a bit more respect for it. The other people, they couldn't care less. Half of them don't even bother to learn our language, and they expect us to accommodate them. I don't understand why when I order pizza, I have to go through a whole, for English press 2, for Spanish press 1. Why do I have to press English 2? Why should I have to press any buttons for English? English should be the standard no matter what. There shouldn't even be another option. We shouldn't have other options. You're in this country, you speak a freaking language. That's it. We shouldn't have this. Am I wrong? Am I intolerant? This is me as an Arab. I'm Arab. We speak Arabic. And never have I wondered why there's no Impress 3 for Arabic. Never. Arabs don't complain about Arabic not being available. Italians don't complain about Italian not being available when you call or somewhere. Why do we have Spanish be available? For Spanish, press 2. No. How about that not be an option? You come to this country, you speak the language. That's it. And that's what it really deals my pickle. Let's just say that I have to press a button to anyway. But that's the thing. And you don't see and there's other European nations that come here, Polish, Russians, Ukrainians, Czech, Swedish. All of these people come here and you don't see their languages available when you call a call line. They don't say, "Oh, for this language press 2." They only say for English or for Spanish. Why do we have Spanish being available? If you're going to have Spanish be available, then have all the rest of them be available too. I don't think that we should have any other language except English be available, because when you go to other countries, the only reason why English is available is because English is considered a worldwide language. But if it wasn't considered a worldwide language, I wouldn't expect my language to be available in different countries. But English is an exception because it is a worldwide language. It is the language of business, English. And it better freaking stay that way, because I know the Chinese are trying to change that real quick, fast, and in a hurry. They're trying to change the language of business into Mandarin. I'll be darned if I'm going to speak Mandarin just because I want to do business with people. Yeah, well, it's not even that, Yakub. It's not even changing our culture. That is just another way to make us bend the knee for another group of people. It's another way to make us look weak, to make us look accommodating. Accommodating for what? What are we getting back from having play English, press this for Spanish? We're not getting a group. And listen, I know this is racist. Okay, I'm not trying to be racist, but here I go. We aren't getting a whole influx of scientists and geniuses from these Latino countries. We're not getting the best of the best. It's not like we're getting doctors in mass or something like that. We're not getting that much benefit from Mexico. So where is the benefit of us of being so accommodating for Spanish? I just don't get it. The only country that's been sending us doctors in mass is India. Well, and China, unfortunately. Neil says, not too many countries where the traffic signs are also in English. You have to learn to recognize them to get a driver license. Understood. Understood. You don't have that option in Russia. In Russia, they don't say for English. No, there is no English. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you all for joining me so much for today. I appreciate you guys being here. I will see you all sometime this week. I don't know when, but yeah, sometime this week. Yeah, I don't really have anything else coming up, but yeah. I'll see you all sometime this week. And if something else comes up tomorrow, then I'll come back on tomorrow, but I might be busy tomorrow. So thank you all for joining me today. It has been such a pleasure. I've enjoyed myself as always. And have a good week. Have a great week. Be productive. Oh, this week is small. This is a small week, everybody, because Turkey Day is coming. Okay, so Turkey Day is this week. So you know what? We might get together Wednesday. We might get to, Wednesday night. What do you guys think? Let's do Wednesday night. Okay. We might do Wednesday night, but then I know you guys are going to be busy on Thursday and Friday because you're going to be with your families and all that. But yeah, okay. It is Turkey week. So, okay. I'll see you guys sometime this week. You guys have an awesome short week. Enjoy your short week while you can. Get plenty of sleep and get plenty of food. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Have a great 2 days of work coming up. And with that, I yield my time. Good night, everyone.